What if the most dangerous place you'll ever be is where you feel most comfortable right now? Let me ask you something. When was the last time genuine growth happened while you were perfectly comfortable? I'll wait. That silence? That's the sound of comfort zones killing potential. Here's the thing, I used to pride myself on being the person who had everything figured out. My routines were perfect, my environment controlled, my days predictable. I was comfortable, and I was absolutely stuck. 3 years ago, I found myself in the same job, same relationship patterns, same fitness level. Just older. The math wasn't mathing. Comfort had become my prison, not my sanctuary. Sound familiar? If you're nodding, you're exactly where I was. And I'm about to share the counterintuitive approach that changed everything. Forget massive life overhauls and no pain, no gain extremism. The science of personal transformation isn't about grand, sweeping changes or pushing yourself to breaking points. It's about something I call the micro-discomfort, the strategic introduction of tiny, manageable moments of unease into your daily life that rewire your brain's relationship with challenge. Neuroscience has revealed something fascinating. Our brains are literally hardwired to avoid discomfort. That protective mechanism served our ancestors well when survival meant staying safe. But in today's world, it's keeping you trapped. Each time you experience even small amounts of discomfort and survive it, your brain creates new neural pathways. These pathways gradually transform what once felt threatening into something manageable. The research is clear. People who regularly practice micro-discomfort show measurably higher resilience, adaptability, and satisfaction scores compared to comfort seekers. But here's what's truly mind-blowing. They also report feeling more comfortable overall with life's inevitable challenges. This isn't about becoming a masochist who loves suffering. It's about building your discomfort immunity one tiny exposure at a time. So how do we apply micro-discomfort in real life? Let me break down the 3-step framework that transformed my relationship with comfort. Commit to any tiny uncomfortable action daily. This isn't about torturing yourself. Think 2 to 5 minutes of strategic discomfort. For me, it started with cold showers. Not ice baths, not polar plunges, just turning the shower cold for the final 30 seconds. That's it. I'd count down, breathe through it, and notice my initial panic response gradually diminish. Other micro-discomfort rituals might include having that conversation you've been avoiding, reaching out to someone you admire professionally, speaking up in a meeting when you'd normally stay silent, making that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Remember, the discomfort should be brief, controlled, and leave you feeling accomplished, not traumatized. Step 2. Discomfort journaling. This sounds simple, but it's where the magic happens. After each micro-discomfort experience, write down what you feared would happen, what actually happened, the gap between those two realities. This creates cognitive distance between your fears and reality, gradually recalibrating your threat detection system. Step 3. Progressive expansion. Once a specific micro-discomfort becomes manageable, usually within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice, thoughtfully expand it. If you've mastered 30-second cold showers, try 45 seconds. If you've gotten comfortable reaching out to one new connection weekly, try 2. This progressive approach prevents both overwhelm and stagnation. What happens when you commit to micro-discomfort? Let me share the ripple effects I've witnessed. Sarah, a client who started with just making her bed every morning, something she'd resisted her entire life, eventually launched her own business 6 months later. Why? Because her brain had rewired, I can't do uncomfortable things, to I do uncomfortable things daily. For me, those 30-second cold showers expanded into a complete career shift, moving across the country, and finally writing the book I'd been talking about for a decade. The psychology here is fascinating. Your brain stops categorizing change and challenge as threats when you consistently prove they're survivable. Most profound transformation isn't about massive leaps, it's about tiny, consistent steps into unfamiliar territory that compound over time. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I take on too much discomfort and get overwhelmed? Valid concern. That's why the micro part is crucial. We're not talking about quitting your job tomorrow or running a marathon untrained. We're talking about moments of manageable stretch. What if I try this and it doesn't work for me? Here's what's amazing about micro-discomfort. It's infinitely customizable. If cold showers feel traumatic rather than challenging, don't do them. Choose a different micro-challenge aligned with your goals and temperament. Remember, the point isn't the specific discomfort, it's the act of doing something slightly outside your comfort parameters consistently. I'm already stressed, why would I add more discomfort? This is the most important distinction. Micro-discomfort is chosen discomfort. There's a world of difference between unwanted stress thrust upon you and strategically selected challenges you mindfully take on. One depletes, the other builds capacity. I want to invite you into a 5-day micro-discomfort challenge. Here's how it works. Choose any tiny uncomfortable action you'll commit to for just 5 days. Document what you feared versus what actually happened. Share your experience in the comments or using #microdiscomfort. Remember, this isn't about torture, it's about strategic stretch. Choose something meaningful that connects to a larger goal, something that makes you a little nervous but not terrified.